Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of NightSky Newscast. I'm your host Shainna Alipon, science reporter with the Etheridge Planetarium at the College of Southern Nevada. This week we're here inside the dome. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to see what we have in store for you today. Cooler temperatures are finally coming. September 23rd marks the start of autumn, the fall equinox. Day and night will be about the same length, and the north and south hemispheres will have the same amount of sunlight as well. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about it not being so hot. On September 26th, see Saturn shining in our sky right above the moon. All you have to do is find the nearly full moon, and the bright star you see right above it is actually Saturn. The pair will reach the highest point of the sky at around 11 p.m. in the south. Now we have something special. This past Sunday, UNLV and UNR students did a test launch of a balloon in preparation for the upcoming solar eclipse. The balloon will fly 100,000 feet into the air and collect data during the annular solar eclipse on October 14th and the total solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. Let's cut to Shainna on the scene. Thank you, Studio Shainna. We're here at UNLV in front of the chemistry building with Kendall. What are we doing out here today?
Yeah, so today was a part of our nationwide Eclipse ballooning project simulated launch day. What we did is we have a bunch of electronics and subsystems that we use, and our ultimate goal is to fill up a balloon with helium and send it about anywhere between 70 to 110,000 feet.
The test launch itself never left the ground and only went up to 50 feet in the air, where the students tested the electronics and the communications of the balloon to their ground base. Dr. Matt Pusko, one of the lead professors of the project, said the balloon will live stream the eclipse for NASA, among other research goals.
We've got over 50 teams in the United States. We're all going to places in the U.S. that are in the path of totality, and we're launching balloons to see if we can not only see the shadow and measure the shadow moving across the ground of the moon, but also to try to measure atmospheric gravitational waves. During an eclipse, the moon and the sun are going to be in the same location relatively, so the gravitational pull is extra strong in that direction. And if we can get our balloons to kind of float, what we can try to sense and what we're trying to measure for is to see if they kind of go like this during the eclipse. So we'll put up multiple balloons in the path, and there's all kinds of telemetry data, GPS data on there, where we can measure whether or not we kind of bobbed up and down a little bit.
With two different dates for the eclipses, what is the difference between them?
The relative distance between the moon and the sun from us. So if the moon looks bigger than the sun appears, you get what's called the total eclipse. That's going to put a whole dark shadow across the ground. And in the annular eclipse, you'll see a ring of fire because the moon's a little bit closer relative to how far the sun is.
There were some hiccups with the test launch, and Pusko and his students will make the necessary fixes. But overall, it was a success. Be on the lookout for the eclipse in October, and the NightSky Newscast will remind you again as it gets closer. On September 24th, a spacecraft will come back to Earth carrying asteroid samples. OSIRIS-REx was sent to Bennu, a near-Earth asteroid that orbits our sun, in October 2020. There was even a scare that it could crash into Earth, but don't worry about that. The possibility is extremely low. OSIRIS started his journey back to Earth in May 2021 and will land in the Utah desert carrying valuable samples for scientists to pore over. Anyone down for a road trip to watch this thing land? Do you want to get your shot to launch an experiment with NASA? Techrise Student Challenge is a competition for grades 6 through 12 where you make a science or technology idea to launch on either a high-altitude balloon or a rocket-powered lander. The balloon will fly high into the Earth's atmosphere, and the lander will fly 80 feet into the air over a test field that looks like the moon's surface. 60 winning teams across the country will get $1,500 to build their experiment and, of course, launch it. The deadline is October 20th, so get right to it. Thank you for watching, everyone. I had so much fun putting this together. Please leave any questions or feedback you have in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you, especially because of the new look of the newscast. This is Shainna with NightSky Newscast, and until next time, keep your eyes to the skies and stay curious.